Hi guys, I'm Urvashi from the Right Shade of Red, and happy Valentine's Day to you all. And today I'm going to do a quick Valentine's Day makeup tutorial. Okay, it's not that quick, but it's quick by any makeup person standard. So I'm going to do a cute makeup tutorial to teach you guys so that if you're going out today, you can just do this and like have a good time. So there are a lot of things that you will need for this, and first of all, basically, if you have dark circles like mine, you need to cover them all. So there are going to be a few things which I'll keep telling you along the way, and let's start. So the first thing to note when you start your makeup tutorial is to have clean moisturized skin. So guys, don't skip on. Hey Sasha. So guys, don't skip out on cleaning your skin, and like make sure it's nice, you use a good face wash so that it doesn't dry out, and moisturize it well. And because if you don't moisturize it, your makeup is just gonna look really bad and patchy. Okay, so I've done that. I've applied a little bit of lip balm on my lips as well. Hi Sarthak. And I've applied a little bit of lip balm on my lips as well, so just to keep them moisturized. And I'm going to start with a primer first. Where is my primer? Sorry guys, things are a little, you guys have seen my makeup kit if you've been like following me. So okay, so this is my primer. I'm going to use the L'Oreal Base Magique Smoothing Primer. Yes Shrey, sab badhiya, how are you? And I'm going to be using this to set my makeup first, and it makes sure that it doesn't, your skin doesn't get oily and your makeup doesn't come off. Yes Kirti, please do invite your friends for this stream. This is going to be fun. So okay, just take a brush first, and or even if you want to use your fingers, basically do that. This is a pretty reasonable one. Basically, the L'Oreal Base Magique, it's not too expensive, and it's not, because a lot of primers are really expensive. The Benefit ones that I've used so far are like really good but really expensive. So just apply this in dabs all over your face. Hi Amani. So just apply this, okay, and make sure you do that on the neck as well, and then go. So doesn't matter if you don't have brushes for everything, you can always use your fingers. Make sure that your fingers are clean, and they are like, just make sure clean them well with a nice soap, so that you don't transfer any germs or bacteria on your skin. Like, I always keep a set of baby wipes with me just in case, so that my hands are never dirty, and dirty hands always cause acne. So now that I have applied primer all over my skin, I'm going to give it about a few seconds to a minute to settle down. Urvi, I just explained you need primer because you don't want your makeup to, you've seen basically when makeup starts getting all, hi Urvi. So, makeup starts getting all patchy, and it starts basically your eyeshadows, after like a few hours, your eyeshadow wears off because, your skin tends to get oily. Our skin tends to produce its natural oils. So when that happens, basically it mixes with the makeup and it makes it all weird, and it just ruins the look. So the reason why we apply primer is to basically block, or not block the pores, basically just to settle the pores and to close them, so that no oil doesn't come out on the skin and ruin the makeup. So this is just if you're going out for a long night or for a long day and you want your makeup to stay fit on your face, then you should always apply primer before applying after your moisturizer, but before applying the foundation. Now that I'm done applying this, I'm going to first start with applying something to conceal my dark circles. I'm sure you can see all of these. These are horrid. I just don't sleep properly. So I need to start doing that. But what I'm going to do is, to conceal your dark circles, you need to apply something in an orange shade. So you need to have one of those correcting palettes. You get it from MAC, you get it from a lot of other brands as well, but not much in India. So MAC is the closest thing you can get in India. Otherwise, what you can even do is use an orange shade of, lipstick. I use the Vegas Volt at times from MAC to cover my dark circles. But right now, since I have a contour kit from Anastasia, I've showed you before, I am going to use that. Okay, I think I just broke my fake nail. Hi Ritika. So what I'm going to do basically is I am going to take this orange color, if you guys can see this. So I'm going to apply this under my eyes to first of all provide a nice, base to covering my dark circles. Okay, so I'm going to take a thin brush. Where is this? Guys, make sure you have a nice, collection of brushes if you can, because it really helps in applying your makeup, and it makes life much easier. Yes, Urvi, what do you want to know? So this is the brush I'm going to take, and I'm going to apply this orange color under my eyes. I know it doesn't look too orange right now because of the lighting, but guys, this is really orange. And Urvi, the primer I'm using is the L'Oreal Base Magique, and you can get it at any drugstore, basically, like New You or something. So this all stock, any store, basically cosmetic store that stocks L'Oreal products, they would have it. It's pretty reasonable as well. I mean, compared to other brands, it's a little heavier on the price side. If you're looking at just drugstore brands, you might find something cheaper in Maybelline, but I highly recommend using better products like L'Oreal. So try getting that. So now since I'm basically coloring this with orange base, it's going to cover the dark circles much better. And you don't have to cover it the entire way under your eyes. Just make sure you cover at least till at least 3/4 of your eyes, basically starting from this point, because that is the most essential part. Now that I've done the application of the orange color, I'm going to follow this up with the foundation. I know I look a little bit scary right now, but the foundation that I'm going to be using is a new one today. I've just got this right now. It's the Tint Miracle from Lancome in shade 02 I'm using. This is a fantastic foundation. If you have... Thank you, Richa. Thank you so much. This is a fantastic foundation if you have dry skin, but if you have oily skin, I recommend not using it because it's very creamy. So I'm just going to take a few dabs of it on just I think 2 or 3 pumps should do the trick. I'm going to apply it on my face and my neck. Guys, make sure whatever you apply on your face, it should go on your neck as well, because you don't want them to look a different color, like you can't have your face being all white or nicely concealed and your neck looking a little different. That's when we make fun of people when they wear that kind of makeup. So just take a little bit of the foundation. I'm using the same brush I used to apply the primer, and I'm going to dab it all over my face, even over the orange color. Okay, I need to tie up my hair to make this more easy, and I'm going to apply some on my neck. You can take more dabs if you're running out of color. I'm just going to do that so I don't waste any foundation. So whatever areas basically are going to be visible, just apply your foundation everywhere, okay? And you can use your hands to spread it again if they're clean and if you don't have any brushes, but I highly recommend using clean brushes. But first I'm going to tie up my hair. This is getting too in my way. So now that I've tied my hair, I'm going to spread this. You can even use a sponge if you have one. I'll show you how to use a sponge later on. But see how this covers up my dark circles? I wish I could fast forward this part so that it's easier for you guys to, go ahead as well. But it takes a while, guys, to spread everything properly and to blend everything onto your skin so that there are no visible lines, So this might take a little while. And if you're having any difficulty using the brush, if it's not getting into the creases, you can always use your finger. I don't know, a lot of people say that you shouldn't use your fingers to apply your makeup. It's only because I think they're talking about from the point of view of being clean. But I feel that my makeup applies best when I use my fingers because, the warmth, the body warmth, basically always, helps to set it better. So I'm going to blend it better using my fingers. And now you can see how my dark circles are nicely, covered. I mean, not completely, but yes, better, because we're going to do one more step after this to conceal them. If you have any acne spots or pimples or something on your face, I recommend you get a correct and conceal palette. You get them online as well on Nike and stuff. I think Makeup Forever has one, or no, not Makeup Forever. There are a lot of brands basically that have them. Get one which has the green color in it. Use that green color to basically conceal any pimples and stuff. It works best. But if you have to cover dark circles, then orange is what is essential, and you get that in the palette as well. Thank you, Sarthak, and hope you're enjoying it as well. So once I've done this, the foundation is done. It's blended well. I made sure that it's around my neck. Make sure that your jawline is nicely covered. And for all of you who are watching this on YouTube, guys, don't freak out if I'm like talking in the middle to people, because this is a live stream on Insta Lively, and that's where you have a live chat option. So next time, download the app and you can also chat with me online. Yesterday I stream often. Hi Bhavya, I stream twice a week and you should sign in. I usually stream on a Tuesday and a Saturday, but I'm doing this today because unfortunately I was tied up with work yesterday, so I'm doing this today. And you can join in whenever you want. And so, okay, now that I'm done applying the foundation, I'm going to follow this up with the application of the concealer. So now that we've done the orange concealer, now the main bit is to actually conceal this. Thank you, Urvi. Thank you so much. I hope basically that you enjoy the rest of the streams as well. And okay, so I'm going to use this Derma color. I showed it last time as well, and it's a camouflage creme I got from Krylon, and it's really nice. It's sort of like a solid, you can use it as a solid foundation, as a concealer, and you can use it to highlight your skin as well, Jasmine, I just used the Tint Miracle in shade 02 from Lancome. This is what the box looks like. Can you see it? No, Bhavya, not too late. I've just used foundation and I've concealed my dark circles, and I've used primer so far. And you can always watch this later on Insta Lively to learn exactly what I was talking about. So now I'm going to cover up these dark circles now finally with the solid foundation or the concealer, as whatever. So I'm going to take some on my ring finger and I'm going to apply it under my eyes, and I'm going to make sure it's in a triangular shape. The reason why you apply it in a triangular shape is because when light falls on your face, it's going to fall in this particular area, just exactly the way I'm applying my concealer. And that's why basically it's best to follow the natural, falling of the light to get the best application. So make sure it's right under your eye as well, and use a dabbing motion instead of a spreading motion, because you don't want the rest of the stuff to come off. I mean, you've applied like 3 layers under your eyes anyway, so just make sure you're dabbing it so it stays in place, but it the rest of the makeup stays in place, and the new makeup does as well. So now that I've applied this in a triangular motion, like in a triangular shape, sorry, under my eyes, I'm going to start dabbing it with my finger to set it. Or you can even use a sponge if you have one. I recommend using a beauty blender, which I have here. Okay, make sure it's a little damp when you're using it so that it basically works best. So I'm going to spray a little bit of water on it. This isn't exactly water, this is Avene. Some thermal spring water, but I don't have access to my spray bottle right now, so I'm going to be using this. So you can just spray a little bit of water or just run it under water for a little bit, and make sure it's not completely soaked, a little wet, air dry it a little bit. Okay, I'm not supposed to do that. Just air dry it a little bit, and then you can use it. And use again basically a dabbing motion, not a spilling motion. Basically just dab it lightly. So this sort of sets the makeup in its place without, spreading everything, and just keeps it in its place and nicely basically, covers it up. You can use any other concealer basically to do this. Use a shade which is, matching your skin tone, or you can go one shade lighter than your skin tone, because you don't want to look basically like, you can't go too light under your skin tone, because you don't want to look like you have like you've been tanned all over, but you have like you've been wearing sunglasses. That means you have patches under your eyes. So just make sure that it's just one shade lighter and not more, and cover every corner and crevice. And there you go. So I've dabbed the concealer. Now that my dark circles are completely concealed, I'm going on with the rest of the makeup. I'm going to set all of this now with the help of a powder, which is the Lakme 95 Matte Complexion Compact, and it's in the shade Apricot Matte, which suits my skin. So they are basic. This is available in about 3 shades, and you can choose the shade according to your skin tone. I'm going to use a big fluffy brush and spread it on my face just to set the base. Just go lightly, you don't have to basically spread too much. And on the neck as well. Guys, please excuse the sounds outside. It's just that I thought I'll try a new location today, and it's just the sounds from outside are too loud. Okay, so now that I've set the base, I can move on to contouring, and I can tell you how to do apply a blush and everything else. So for contouring, I'm not going to do a cream contouring right now because that's a long tutorial just by itself. I'm going to show you how to do basic contouring in case you're just starting out. The key to contouring is to make sure that you highlight the best parts of your face. I mean the dark, just stand into the light and see how it falls on your face. And that's how you get to know where to basically apply what. So if I'm like, right under the light, I can see that this part is getting a little darker. So I need to apply basically, contour here just to make it stand out a little more. And, these are the tricks. You have to see basically, okay, this part is just like, lights falling on it, it's brighter. So this is the part where I apply my concealer and highlight it. So usually basically the way you contour is you have to apply it over here under your cheekbone. Like just make a fishy face. Be like, okay, this is the area where the hollow where I'm supposed to apply it. Just apply it till here where your eyeball basically like the middle of your eyeball. Don't go beyond that because you don't want to basically like have, just apply it here. Apply it here on your jawline if you want to make your jawline look more prominent. Mine is thin anyway, so I don't really need to, but you can always apply it here along the jawline, and you can also apply it on the sides, on your temples basically, if you want to shape your face better. And on your forehead, if you have a big forehead. If you have a small forehead like mine, please don't apply it on your forehead. I'll show you how to do it, but if you have a small forehead, please don't do it because your face is going to look smaller. So I'm just going to take a little bit of the bronzer with this brush, and I'm going to make a fishy face. And just lightly apply this. You can see the color, right? So I'm just going to do this. Now that you can see that my cheekbone looks a little more prominent, I'm just going to do a little more. Because I like heavy contouring. Okay, and I'm going to do a little bit on the other side now. Okay, I want to make sure it matches on both sides. I can see a lot on this side. That's probably because the light is falling like that as well. But I have to do a little more on this side. When you're applying the the bronzer or you're contouring, make sure basically it's like going in an upward direction, not in the downward direction. So always brush it in an upward direction. Okay, I think that about does it. Yep, that does my cheekbones. I'm just never satisfied with it. Okay, so that does my cheekbones, and if you want, you can apply a little bit on the temples of your forehead. Just till here. I'm not going to go any further. If you have a big forehead, you can apply a little bit here along the hairline, but I'm not going to do that because I don't want to narrow it down any further. So I'm just going to stick to applying it here in a 3-shape sort of a motion if you want. Okay. Now, since I have it's not that pakoda, but since I have a slight bit of a pakoda nose, I'm going to make it look thinner and sharper. But for that, a lot of people basically just stick to wearing like a cream concealer or, sorry, cream bronzer or something like that. But since I don't want to show you with that, I have, if you have like a brown eyeliner, that works beautifully as well. So I have this brown eyeliner that I'm going to be using, and it makes my nose look sharper. And it's right here. This is some test I got from somewhere. So I'm just going to apply it here, starting from here, and apply a line here under my nose, and go from here to, oops, sorry. Okay. So this is my trick, and I'm sharing with you guys. And now I'm just going to blend it with my fingers, and this will make my nose look sharper. There you go. I don't know if you guys can see this, like a little bit sharper. And to make it more sharp, I'm going to apply highlighter as well at the end. But that's about it for that. And now that was your contouring, and I'm going to move on to applying the blush. Since it's a Valentine's Day look, I'm keeping it nice and pretty. So I'm going to basically use, instead of using my usual peach warm glow sort of a bronze, blush, I'm going to apply a little bit of a pink color. This is from Elizabeth Arden. It's a cream blush. So I'm just keeping it girl next door sort of thing. So I'm just going to take about a couple of dabs of it, a little bit, and smile and apply it on the apples of my cheeks. I hope you guys can see this. Let me know if you can. Can you guys see the color, or is it not visible? Okay, I think I should go a little bit darker with the color. I hope you guys can see it now. So I'm just gonna spread it on the apples of my cheeks. Try going in with a light hand when you're doing this, but if you do manage to basically apply way too much, don't worry about it. Just take the compact again and settle it. There you go. And next I'm going to do is that I'm going to apply, so now that rest of my face is done, the basic stuff, I'm going to work on the eyes. The first thing that I do with the eyes is to tightline them. A lot of people basically wear a lot of kajal. I'm not a big fan of wearing kajal anymore under my eyes or an eyeliner, because it's just too done with, sometimes. So that's why I'm going to stick to applying kajal on the upper eyelid, basically inside the upper eyelid, so just to tightline it. Okay, this helps to define your eyes better, and it's going to make them water a lot for me. There you go. Oh man. Geez, that waters. Okay. Done. Now that I'm done tight lining, give me a couple of seconds to basically calm my eyes down. They water too much. So now that I'm done tight lining them, I'm going to apply some silver eyeshadow just on the, just in the center of my eyes, just a dab of it. Guys, you can use any other basically like sparkly sort of eyeshadow to apply it here. It's just to open up. If you use silver, it just opens up your eyes and makes them look brighter. So I'm just going to take a little bit from my Urban Decay palette, and it's in this shade, Verve. I'm going to take on my ring finger and just dab it here. And the same with the other eye. just lightly dab it. You don't want too much of it. You just want it to look brighter. And I hope you can see the slight difference. There you go. And to cover it now, to basically set it better and to make my eyes look, more defined, I'm just going to take a little bit of brown eyeshadow from my Maybelline Nudes palette. And I'm going to basically apply the brown eyeshadow on top of the eyelid and on the bottom as well. A little bit, only up till the point where my eyeball is, just to define the eyes better. So I'm going to take a thin angular brush that I have here. It's right here. And I'm going to do this. So I'm going to take this brown, sorry, which one is this? This is this brown. And I'm going to take this brown and mix them together and apply it, just because I like brown and I like how basically, I like wearing eyeliners or whatever, eyeshadows in the form of eyeliners in colors basically that match my eye, the color of my eyes, because you don't, if I wear too much black, basically it just defines the eyes too much and makes them look smaller at times, and I have big eyes, I like to keep them like that. So I'm just going to apply this here. You might have to take it multiple times because, it's eyeshadow. It's not really going to make a big difference unless you apply a few layers. I'm going to take some more. The reason I'm mixing them is because it's a nicer color when I mix them. So guys, don't be afraid of mixing your colors, because the impact is much nicer at times. Even with lipsticks, you can totally mix your colors and wear them. They look so much prettier. There you go. So now you can see a difference between this eye and this eye. I've defined it with the help of a brown eyeliner, or you can even use an eyeliner actually, but I like using the eyeshadow because it has a nice smoky sort of effect. It doesn't basically look too sharp like an eyeliner, like an eyeliner. And I'm going to do a little bit under the eye, just along the waterline till the center of the eyeball. Yep. See the difference between both the eyes? It looks more defined. So I'm going to do the same thing on the other eye. I'm going to start from the center. Make sure it's a thin brush, because it'll give you the better definition than using a thick brush. And another layer is required. I should call it more of a date makeup look, because you can totally carry it off on any other date. You just don't have to stick to, doing this on Valentine's Day. There you go. Now that I've basically defined my eyes better, I'm going to just finish off my eyes by using, a little bit of mascara. And I am currently using two mascaras to set my eyes. One is this A1 Extra Lasting Mascara, because it's nice, it's not clumpy, it basically makes my eyelashes look longer and just sets the base without making them clumpy or like dysfunctional sort of thing. And the next I'm going to do is the Lancome Hypnose Drama Mascara, because it adds drama, and that's what I always need to complete the eyes. Because eyes can, if they look dramatic, the eyes basically are the way you express yourself, and if they look a little dramatic, that's the key, right? So I'm just going to apply a little bit of mascara, and I'm going to use I'm not going to go like upward too much. What I'm going to do is just go horizontal with it, because it just opens up the lashes better. So I'm going to go horizontal while applying my mascara. Oops, let's just come off right. See, I hope you guys can see the difference between both the eyes. And I'm going to do the same on the other eye. Guys, if you're wearing glasses, then I suggest you don't do the lower lid, because they're gonna like interfere with your vision and they're gonna stick to your glasses. Because I've done that and it has done that to me as well. So, but if you aren't, then go ahead and just apply a little bit of mascara on the lower lashes as well. Just adds, a little more definition. And there you go. Opens up the eyes better. And now I'm finally going to use a coat of the Hypnose Drama. It's best to use two different kinds of mascaras, because they have different properties. Like there's a lengthening one, there's one that adds volume. So if you use two different kinds of mascaras, it's really good to make your eyes look more dramatic. And this one basically is a little clumpy, so I'm just going to use it very sparingly. But it definitely adds the drama that I've been looking for. There you go. And now that my eyes are done, I'm just gonna finish it off with a coat of lipstick and then open my hair. And the lipstick I'm using right now is this Marc Jacobs in this color called Wham, and it's bright pink, and I love the color because it's so cute, it's just so girly. So I'm just gonna apply a little bit. Since it's a very matte finish lipstick, I don't really need to use a brush to define my lips better. So I'm just gonna apply a coat of this. It's practically like a pen, or a pencil for that matter. So you really don't even need a brush for this one. But I definitely recommend using a thin brush in case you want to define your lips better. Like for example, this thin brush here. And if you want to define your boundaries better, then take a little bit like this and, just outline your lips with it. Just so you know where the line is and you don't basically spill out of it. There. There you go. And I'm going to just finish this look by wearing nice earrings with it and then opening my hair. What I'm going to be wearing is these pearl. I'm a big fan of pearls. So I'm going to be wearing this super classy, So I'm going to be wearing these pearl earrings. They're from Style Fiesta. And I'm just going to be finishing off my look with these. Okay, where does it go in? There. Oh my god, why is it not closing? Okay, fine, whatever. Let's just be. There, done. And I'm just gonna open my hair and that's it. I hope you guys like this look, and it's super easy to do, and I just like how it's just not too much on your face. It looks simple and it looks very natural, and I hope you guys enjoyed this. So let me know your thoughts on this. If you have any questions, go ahead and ask, and I'll be sharing more makeup looks soon. So let me know what you like, and if you think there's anything else I can do to help and to basically make it better and for you to enjoy it better. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Are there any last questions? Let me know if there are any and I can answer them right now. Otherwise, happy Valentine's Day to you all, and I hope you enjoy this day.